Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video what we have is we have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G. So in this video what we're going to do is we are going to be unboxing, doing a first time setup and a review of this smartphone. So let's dive in and get started right away. So let's lift up the box and see what's inside. So I'm just going to lift this up. There we go, came out nice and smooth. So there is the phone. Alrighty, so I'm going to grab this guy. This is going to be in silver color. I'm going to show it to you on the back. I think that's one of the best colors available right now on this phone. So I'm going to put this to the side for 1 second. And let's see what we get in this box over here. And basically on the back we have the SIM card ejector. And then in the box we have a black USB-C to USB-C cable. And of course we do not get a charger this time around. Alright, so let's put this aside. Grab this guy, the main dish, and do a quick tour around this product. Alright, so here's the phone, and I'll let you know right away. Love this matte finish. This is the silver color, one of my favorite colors. Let's quickly take a look at the camera array. So we have 3 camera system. Every single one of these cameras is 12 megapixels each. We have a super wide angle, a standard wide, and a telephoto lens. And of course you can see the flash here. So that's the camera array. Now, if I grab this phone, look at the bottom, you'll see we have the speaker, we have a microphone, and we have the USB Type-C jack. Over here, we have the power button, the side key, which also happens to be a fingerprint sensor. We have the volume rocker. We have the SIM card tray. On the top, we have another speaker. So we have 2 speakers, stereo speakers, and we have a bunch of microphones, those holes. And over here, we have nothing but a gorgeous build. And that's basically what we have all around the phone. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to be turning this on for the very first time and do a first time setup. And of course, I want to let you know, as far as the outside is concerned, we do have one of the highest build qualities. All this stuff is Gorilla Glass Victus 7 and hardcore aluminum. We'll talk about the inside in a minute. Alright, so the phone is turned on for the very first time, so I'm going to tap on start to get started. It says welcome, pick a language, tap on start. Alright, and then what you want to do is you want to agree to all these terms except for what is optional. I never accept what is optional. Tap on next. And then it wants me to connect to a Wi-Fi network, so I'm going to do that right now. Let me dump in my password. So that's all good to go. I'm going to tap on next. Alright, and it's going to be checking for some updates. Now what you can do here is you can copy apps and data from a previous phone. If you want to do that, you tap on next. In my case, I'm just going to say don't copy. But if you have a previous Samsung phone or any other phone that you have switched from to this, you can copy all your data by tapping next. I'm just going to say don't copy. I like to set up my phones new and fresh. So it's checking some information. And of course, it wants me to sign into my Google account. Let me do that right now. And you can see we have a split keyboard design by default, but this can be fixed in the settings later and make it look like a proper keyboard. Alright, so I've added my account. I'm going to tap on more. I'm going to agree to everything for now. Tap on accept. Alright. Here we have a bunch of ways to secure the phone. We have the Face ID. What it does is it uses the front camera either over here or on the other side to read your face and unlock the phone. We also have the fingerprints. We have a fingerprint sensor in the side key, the power button right over here. Or we can do other stuff. So I'm going to skip this for now again, and we're going to come back to it later. So skip anyway. Alrighty. And then it says getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. And of course, the big thing, log in to the phone with your Samsung account. Let me dump in my credentials. Okay, so these are all optional. I'm not going to agree to any one of these guys for now. Tap on agree. Alrighty. And we are now logging in. Alright, so we're just logged in, and what you see is you see this warning message. Make sure you read through all these guys to make sure your Galaxy Z Fold 3 is fully protected. There's a few guidelines on what not to do. Alright, so I'm going to tap on next. You can pause and read if you want. Tap on next, and it says you're all set up. I'm going to tap on finish, or you can tap on explore your Galaxy Z. Let's just tap on finish, and we are going to be dumped into the main screen. There we have it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pick a bright wallpaper so we can see the full screen. Alright, so I'm going to pinch the screen. I'm going to go to my wallpapers, tap on my wallpapers, go to download it, and let's just grab this one. Alright, I'm going to do it for both the lock screen and the home screen. I'll let you know, when I make a change from here to the wallpaper, okay, it only changes the wallpaper of the inner display. If I want to change the wallpaper of the cover display, I do the same thing on the outside, and that's going to change a wallpaper for that display. So you can have two different wallpapers for the inner and the outer display. So let's look at some of the other highlights over here. So I'm going to go to my settings real quick. Okay, first and foremost, quickly, the screen is super bright. It's been improved. Go to display. If I scroll down just a little bit over here, actually don't even have to scroll down. Here we have the motion smoothness. So we have 120 Hz on the inside and the outside display, which is fantastic. If you want to save battery, if you want to extend your battery, you can go for standard 60 Hz. One of my biggest problems with the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 was the outer display was 60 Hz. Now it is 120 Hz, so it's super smooth, just like the interior display. By the way, when you make a change here, it applies the change to both screens, just so you know. We have a 7.6-inch screen. This one is 2208 by 1768 in resolution, HDR10 Plus certified. Now the cover display is 6.2 inches, and of course it has a high resolution 2268 by 832. Now, one of the things I love about the Fold 3, that large inner screen, is when you're taking photos or video, you get this large viewfinder. And of course, when the phone is folded, you also get this nice split screen design. So with the YouTube application, for example, you see the video here and you see other stuff at the bottom right here. So that's absolutely fantastic for watching videos. We have an under display camera that you can barely see. It is not something that's going to be invisible. You are going to see this under display camera when you actually are looking for it. You might forget about it every now and then, but you're going to know it's there, just like that crease in the middle. And of course, we do have the Snapdragon 888 processor. Super smooth operation. There's no question about this. This thing is fast and smooth thanks to that high refresh rate and the latest processor on the market. So like I said, the performance on this phone is amazing. So here's a game. We have some highly intense graphics, not a single stutter, no lag. It plays super smooth. And of course, look at that large display. The under display camera is barely visible and you're enjoying this in an all screen display. They've done a really great job with the screen and the performance, and all that combined together is giving you this amazing experience. Now notice that the under display camera is not fully invisible, but it's almost invisible. In certain instances like this one, I think it's more desirable than a punch hole cutout. Alright, so let's quickly talk about the S Pen. Now first and foremost, to use the S Pen, you have to go to the settings and you have to go into advanced features. And you do want to make sure that the S Pen is enabled. If this is disabled, it's not going to work. You have to enable it and then it's going to work no problem. And you can tap on it to go into all kinds of settings for the S Pen. Now the biggest things with this S Pen, that's the Fold Edition S Pen, is we have a button here. You press that button, it brings up the Air Command menu that allows you to do all kinds of cool and neat things. For example, tap on Smart Select, just say allow. Now I can select any portion of the screen to take a screenshot. I can even make notes on that screen. As you can see, it writes beautiful. There's no question about that. And additionally, we can also bring up the note-taking application, Samsung Notes, and we can start to draw anything that we want here with high precision. If I click on this, you have all these pens you can pick from, colors, change the size, or whatever you want to do. You've got the highlighters and all that stuff. Okay, you got the eraser, so that's great. So that's the eraser, that's the pen. So you can do exact writing with this pen and you have a larger canvas, so that's great. So that's the Fold Edition S Pen. Now there's going to be an S Pen Pro that is going to have all the features of the Fold Pen, and you're going to have some Bluetooth features. So this guy does not need to be charged. The S Pen Pro, you're going to have to charge it. It's going to have Bluetooth functionality, and it's going to allow you to control your phone remotely with the S Pen. You'll be able to press the button to play, pause music, and stuff like that. That's the only major difference. A detailed video will be coming up for that very soon. So it's great that we have the S Pen functionality, but it's something you're going to have to buy a case for, And once you have that case, it's going to add a bulk to your phone, and it's not going to be as convenient as a Samsung Galaxy Note series, just so you know. So that's the S Pen. The other things that we have is we have things like this. So if I go to my settings, you'll see we have a split screen design. On the old Fold, if you were to go to the old Fold, you're going to see these things. So let's go this standard view. So this is what you're going to have, which I don't like because it's a large screen and takes everything. It's just filled with white background, okay? So when you have the screen layout and zoom, you can do the multi-view. Gives you a nice split screen anywhere you go. Messages, boom, split screen. So that's great. One more thing I really like is with the edge panels, you have a special setting. You can tap this button at the bottom and you can pin the a toolbar to the side over here. You can have it on this side or this side. It's all fully customizable. And the more applications you add, the more you can go up and down just like that. So that's great. It almost feels like a real computer. It's going to be so easy to multitask. So if I grab this, put it right there. Let's grab something else. Grab the gallery, put it right here. We have a split screen. Let's grab one more calendar, put it right here. So look at that. We have a nice and smooth split screen design. I can easily make them larger and small. I like how smooth the whole operation is as you're doing these things. So that's fantastic. And I can even tap the 3 dots over here and I can save this as a batch. Look at that. It went all the way down there. So now when I exit this, let's close everything out. If I click on this, it launches everything at the same time. That is fantastic. So I can create pairs of application in preset multitasking environments. So that's amazing, like I said. And if you don't want it, you just unpin this. It goes away. It just becomes a regular edge panel. Now, the cameras on the Z Fold 3 are not the best of the best. The 4-megapixel selfie camera on the inner display is nothing special compared to a proper selfie camera, but at least we have the other selfie camera on the outer cover display that is a proper selfie camera. So that's not a huge deal. The main 3 camera array is good, but certainly not as good as S21 Ultra or Note 20 Ultra. These cameras are not as extreme as those cameras. For instance, they have limited optical zoom, only 2 times as opposed to 10 times on the S21 Ultra, and they also cannot record in 8K while the other 2 I mentioned can. But for the everyday consumer, they are just good enough. That's all I really have to say about the cameras. I do like the versatility of super wide, wide, and telephoto options. The fact that it has 3 cameras is great. So that's basically the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. I think it's a great foldable smartphone. This is the 3rd generation. So a lot of the old problems have been fixed and many improvements have poured in. For example, 120 Hz display refresh rate on both screens, S Pen compatibility, a superior build quality, a bright, vibrant screen. The phone is also now water resistant. You can submerge this into water. There's going to be no damage. But just one thing to remember, it's not going to have dust resistance as the other phones, like the Note 20 Ultra, S21 Ultra, and so on and so forth. We do have some compromises on the camera, but that's basically all the compromises. So overall, it's a great phone. If you got the money, it'll be a nice, fun investment. But if you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra or the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, I don't think there's a reason to upgrade. If you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, Note 9, S9, S10, then it's going to be a great update. If you want to update from an old Fold 2 or Fold 1 to Fold 3, that's going to be a great upgrade. Overall, this phone is lovely. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day, all right?